Acquah, you're welcome back. You're still watching the AM show live on Joynews on Multi TV.
All right, so on to some other issues. It's become a rather very big deal. We didn't think it was going to be blown to this kind of proportion. And I'm talking about a former Black Stars striker, Augustine Ahemfo, who has said in an interview that allowing the wives and girlfriends of players of the national team at the World Cup will help stabilize the team members and keep them focused on the task ahead of them. Well, and this is in quotes, he said that we have seen teams who have won the World Cup before with their wives going with them. Remember that Nigerian coach Stephen Keshi has already given permission to his players to send their wives and not girlfriends to the tournament, a move former Ghana captain Stephen Appiah describes as discriminatory. He thinks that if you're allowing the wives to come along, then the girlfriends should as well. Okay. Now, the question that I am asking, even before I bring that up, there were reports that Black Stars psychologist Professor Menta had submitted a proposal to the FA to allow the players to send their wives and girlfriends to the tournament, but the FA says that this is not true. But regardless, this has generated a lot of, people are really hitting on this, and a lot of people are talking. And this is my own personal view.
Okay. We
went to South Africa in 2010. We did very well. Did we take wives and girlfriends along?
Not in the camp formally.
And
no.
even in 2014, a lot of people are saying that they're not really saying, but it is believed that if you look at the group that we find ourselves in, it will take a miracle to progress beyond that group. So we may not do as well as we did in South Africa. So where's this thing coming from? Why are we talking about
sometimes sex is a very good stress reliever. It helps both men and women. And I remember Gifty and Appiah were just talking about the subject of whether the Black Stars need to have their wives and girlfriends. And in England, they call them WACs in the studio, in camp. And I feel that it won't be a bad idea after all. But the point is, if it is going to be a distraction, if it would distract them from doing their work well, that is focusing on training, getting the tactics right, etc., then I think it's a bad distraction.
I still don't get this.
You don't get me.
Yesterday, the issue also came up. So why are we going to keep them? I mean, is the country going to be responsible for transporting them there?
It will be a policy decision of the GFA and the Ministry of Sport. So if they come to the consensus that they need to send them, yes.
Why are we keeping them then? In the same hotel?
Usually, what the practice has been in previous tournaments is you keep them in the same hotel or in the same lodging facility, but maybe adjacent or somewhere they will share the same floor, that type of thing.
So seriously, what's the point? I mean, does anybody get the angle where I'm coming from? I need help.
Yeah.
Because when you wake up and you're going to work, say you live in, maybe you live in Ebri, and you have to come to work in Accra.
But it's not the same thing, is it?
Do you take your wife along because you need...
No, you don't go and come for a month.
What is a month? Isn't it their profession? People go on trek for years.
Yes, true.
And they leave their wives and girlfriends behind.
True, it's true.
So what's the point?
We understand your point, but it's...
I don't get it.
No,
when the wives are there...
It's something that's not new in the industry. In football, it's not new.
So the other argument is that when the wives are there, they will not get the opportunity to go outside and flex.
Sports people, footballers, just like sports people, they have a lot of sex. They have a lot of sex.
It's just like any normal human being.
And listen, and it could be indiscriminate if they don't have the right people around them.
Oh, but I still don't get it. I mean, I don't get it. This is so not on. I don't get it.
Okay, so we're going to open the phone lines for, I believe, 7 to 10 minutes. And if you're interested in this very subject, do you think that it should be a policy decision of the Ministry of Sports and the Ghana Football Association to take alongside the football players, that is the team, the Black Stars, to the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, the wives as well as the girlfriends. In England, they call them the WACs of the football players. I mean, they are staying in one hotel here, and then just the next, they are there. It'll be interesting, though. You know, like Sule Montari. Sule Montari will be thinking about the tactics for the next game, and then Menaya is also then Menaya is.
I don't get it.
Then
so
Menaya is beeping him.
Okay, so are the wives going as sex tools? I mean, are they just going there so they can have sex with them and that's it, and then they play? I mean, I don't get it. It's not on. Is it a company they're looking for?
It's the company. You feeling relaxed about it, Mama V? Is your husband a footballer?
No, he's not.
Yeah, relax. I don't see why you're so hyped up and agitated about this.
No, I mean, I am thinking that...
No, it's wrong. I think your argument is
because,
wrong.
you know, usually when we start debating these things, then it's becoming true. Before we know, it's been implemented.
You mean it's gaining acceptance?
Yeah.
I think it has gained acceptance.
But this is not on. Seriously,
you haven't traveled in a delegation of footballers before. They have a lot of sex.
Yeah, but we don't care. It's their profession. If they choose, you know, to do these aside things, that's their own business. But we're saying that we cannot use the taxpayers' money to send you to go to Brazil.
So you agree if the Ghana Football Association says, well, we will allow the footballers to send their wives and girlfriends. Cool. Once we're not paying.
Yeah, once we're not paying, yes, of course. 22-1169-102 is 22-1169-102. You can join in quickly. Our director Yaya is in our ears. He's always in our ears.
Yes, says that we should announce. And we know that the phone lines have been put. We have the first caller.
It's 22-1169-102. Give us a quick call. Should we be even considering taking wives? And once we take wives, a lot of people say then you must take the girlfriends as well to Brazil. I mean, can we even afford to? But even if we're not funding them, should that policy be made? Even if we're not funding them, because remember, when there is a woman and a man, even in the same building, there are issues. I mean, they could.
They'll not be in the same room. It's because they'll be in the room or on the floors with their teammates. Okay, right. From Bubuashi, Fred.
Yeah, I would like to contribute.
Yeah, Fred, I know. You're interested? Yeah. Are you interested in the subject or is the activity they'll be taking?
Not at all.
Okay.
Because if these players are taking their girlfriend, for the first place, the special thing they are committing is bring a curse to the team. And it don't take them anywhere. So they are rather bringing a curse to the team because what they're doing is a sexual thing. So I'm not in support of that. Thank you.
Fred, yes. Are you off? You say it's a curse, it's a sin. Which one?
No, you see, sexual sin is not a blessing. If it's not a blessing, it's what? It's a curse. So they are rather bringing a limitation to the team because girlfriend is not a legitimate wife. It's
okay, but you agree that wives should be sent alongside?
Yeah, wife is okay, but I don't support girlfriend. Wife is okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Frederick from Bubuashi, right?
Yeah, Bubuashi, Accra. We go to Tamale. We go to Tamale now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam. And
yes.
Mr. Roland.
What's your name?
I'm called Sugurubu from Tamale.
Okay.
Okay. What's your view?
I don't support the idea of sending wives or girlfriends to the tournament.
Oh, you mean none of them at all?
Yes.
I don't support any of it.
Why?
My reason is that sex doesn't go well with activities of that nature.
Have you been a footballer before?
You will lose stamina.
Have you been a footballer before?
Stamina, and we cannot afford to lose this particular cup we are going to play.
All right.
We want to win the cup. So this is not a joking ground. They should not go there and be loitering about with their girlfriends and whatever.
I agree with you.
All right.
The taxpayer money is spent on them.
Well, Sorogo, thank you very much. I see that you appall the whole practice.
I agree with you. Thank you. We speak to Abubakar now. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, please. I'm Abukari Moro calling from Zabzugi in the northern region.
All right, Abukari, we appreciate your call.
For me, going to Brazil with their girlfriends and wives, I have no problem with that. But my problem is when it is the state that has to take the bills, that has to take care of their finances to that place. That is where I will have a problem with it. But Whether they go with their girlfriends and wives or not, they will still go outside and do their own thing. So,
yeah, you believe that, right?
No problem, but the state should not sponsor that.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, from Zabzago.
Yeah, you know, and the other thing I wanted to ask. Okay, let's speak to someone else, and then I'll share.
Okay, we have Raman from Wa. Abdul.
Yes, great. I'm speaking. Yeah, Roland Walker. Good morning, sir. The panel on studio.
Okay, and I hear you are interested in the sex. What is it about?
If I really, my idea is that we didn't accept this at all in our camp.
Why?
Because if our players will be honest with themselves, they play with their clubs outside Ghana and some other clubs without their wives and girlfriends. So why should they want to bring their wives and girlfriends in our camp for this important tournament that we are going to play?
Why? Do you think that it will be a distraction? They will be detracted from whatever they have to do?
Definitely, no doubt about it. It's going to be a big distraction to the team and, of course, the large supporters of this particular tournament that we are going to play.
Okay, thank you very much, Abdurrahman.
So, Roland, we urge our coach to ensure that at least we should implement this system at all. And we pray that our players should understand the system, because this is very important to the dear Ghana and majority of Ghanaian citizens who are actually football lovers. So we are pleading with them that they should actually...
Thank you very much, Abdurrahman, football lover from Wa.
But what do you think about Nigeria's move?
They are saying they will allow the wives?
Yeah.
Allow the girls.
But let's pick our very last call. This will be our very last call. And it's coming through from Legon. Hello, good morning. West Legon.
Hi.
Yeah,
hello.
hi.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Nana.
Nana.
Yeah.
Nana, what's your interest in this very subject? Do you think that the wives and girlfriends should be allowed to also be part of the whole entourage to Brazil?
No, I totally don't agree with that, because they will not perform, you know.
What do you mean by that? According to psychologists and known research, sports people perform well if they have the company of their wives. It doesn't mean that they'll be having sex all the time.
It's true, but women totally give a lot of confusion sometimes when it comes to certain things. So you should not just allow that. It will just totally make them lose their concentration, you know?
How do you think this will be a distraction or would detract attention of the players from the whole tournament?
You know, and Nana, we lost you there, but I get what you mean. I mean, what if there is a problem at home and it's carried forward to Brazil? You know, women, depending on, you can never predict us. You can't predict the issue.
I tell
that
you, when Mama V came in this morning, I knew there was something at home.
Oh,
there was
really?
a problem. But there's an issue that we have to talk about. We're going to have in the studio the UNA's country director, and Mama V, you're going to talk to me.
Yeah, we're still, you know.
What's his business here today?
We're talking football, but if you've seen that promotion where you see Asamoah Gyan, and I think the day are you, let's just show it to you, and then you get to know what we're talking about.